back with the Novelist. Let's have a quick look at the story so far. We know that in week 1 the Kaplans arrived and Dan was struggling with writer's block. But he put his book aside for one night to have a bottle of wine and relax with his wife, and then he found time for his notebook as well, and he sent Paul an outline just in time. So there we worked on Dan and his wife Linda. In week 2, Linda put an art show on and she needed help from Dan with publicity, but instead of helping Linda, Dan chose to work long hours for a deadline. But he did actually find time to help Linda eventually, and it wasn't as good as it could have been apparently, but it's enough. So again, we helped Dan and Linda. Week 3, Tommy was struggling and he needed extra help with tutoring. So Dan actually this week helped Tommy, and he committed and he chose to work long hours for helping Tommy. And he helped him with exercises every morning, and he also promised Linda that he would be at dinner every night. And Linda was a bit annoyed that he didn't stay longer, but I think dinner's better than nothing, right? So that was good. Family time, and we helped Tommy. Week 4, Dan received a surprise inheritance, and instead of using it on himself selfishly, which wouldn't be selfish because it's his money, but he decided to just help Tommy, and he let Tommy go on camp, play with children his age. And he also used some of the money, well, I don't know if it used some of the money, but Paul, he got him to announce the book in the back of the literary register. So Dan is committed to writing this book. It's advertised, he shouldn't back out. He was threatening to back out. I was like, what are you doing? We worked so hard on this. Week 5. Linda and Tommy had surprise visitors the same weekend that Dan's friend was visiting. This was last weekend. And Dan changed his plans so that Linda's parents could visit, but also arranged for Tommy's friend to come for a toned-down sleepover. I still don't think it should have been a sleepover. I think that, friend could have come to play and then left. But, it's how it is. It's fine. Okay, now we're going to go on to week 6. Gonna happen besides the fact that you probably read it and you saw at the end of the last week's episode, but that's okay. Let's continue. Week 6. The funeral. This makes me a little bit nervous because, that night Linda got a phone call. Okay, let's have a look. Obviously we're not going to have some good news this week. Mark the 21st of this month on your calendars. For one day only, watch the world-famous Fighter 5 as they scream across the sky. Witness death-defying feats of flying in a display unlike anything you've ever seen. Guaranteed to blow you away. Don't miss it. Great, so that's a Fighter 5 air show. Cool.
Anne, I just got off the phone with Mom. She told me about Grandma Joe. I know we expected it sooner rather than later, but this is hitting me so much harder than when Granddad died last year. Do you remember going to Grandma Joe's house after school on Wednesdays and playing until Mom got off work? How Grandma Joe always had a surprise for us? Even if it was just cookies in the oven, she'd always time it so the whole house would smell like them when we got there. I hope the minister captures those little moments because they don't seem as little now. I wish the circumstances were different, but it will still be good to see you at the funeral. What am I saying? You probably won't even get this until after the funeral. I guess I just needed to write anyway. Love, Linda.
So Linda's grandma has just passed away. It's going to be a funeral. It's very sad. Sounded sweet. Hey, look, it's the family. Ah, so there's Dan and Linda and Tommy in the middle. And there's Dan outside. Pretty view. Okay, let's move on. Dan. Big news. Got a call from Bracket Books in Eugene. Sorry, I messed that up. Dan, big news. Got a call from Bracket Books in Eugene, and they want you to do a reading from Windsong. Maybe even some Q&A, some book signings, all that good stuff. I think you should do it. In fact, I'm going to be pretty pissed if you don't. Bracket is a big outlet, so if this goes well, orders for the new book will definitely go up. I see where this is going. I don't need to remind you how long it's been since Tramer's Way came out. If you don't keep your name out there, no one will even notice when you finish the new book, whatever it's called. Hell, speaking of the new one, why don't you read some of it too? Maybe the second chapter you sent me last month. That one was pretty good. Bracket Books, Eugene, the 21st. See you there. Paul. P.S. You know the long game, right? Nailing this one could mean a bigger advance on the next book. Okay. So obviously the 21st is ringing a little bell here. Same day as the air show. And if he does this, it will really help his current book sales and any future book sales. Oh my word! It's both of them. Any future book sales he does. If Tommy hadn't knocked before he walked in on us. Okay, well. At least he and Linda are getting along. What do I say? And Tommy did knock, so that's alright. Let's go check this drawing. Okay, we can't click on it. That's a new light, isn't it? I don't know, I've never really noticed it before, not properly. Okay, let's have a look at that picture as soon as Linda goes by. She knew I loved her. So long since anyone heard from me. So, we can see the problem of Dan and Linda at the moment.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Tommy.
Okay, let's just go. Ah, it's his dad, and is that one of the flight pilots, maybe? I was thinking it was an astronaut. I think it's probably one of the, like, airplane drivers. Pilots, right? So Tommy is probably looking forward to the air show. Dan now needs to go to this book reading. Linda, well, she probably has a funeral, which I'm thinking is going to take preference, but we'll see. That light's off.
Oh, yeah, maybe
Okay, that's fine. Go that way. Okay, what's these papers? Nope. Oh, his book's really coming along, eh? That's a thick pile. It's thicker than it's ever been. In fact, I've never noticed a pile there at all, ever. Alright, let's read this diary.
Oh, no. Joe's funeral's the same day as the signing in Eugene, and Paul says they can't move it. He'll understand if I bail because he knows Linda, but Grofield is a different story. They won't give a damn why I missed it. They'll just get a memo and put it in a spreadsheet somewhere and write me off just a little bit more. And it's not just the timing. If I do the reading, I've got to get that chapter in shape. It's not even remotely ready for anyone to see it. Can't worry about what Paul says. He's my agent. He's supposed to stroke me. And what about Tommy?
Okay, well, I'm already seeing that Tommy is going to be the least of our worries this chapter. I think that Dan should be able to go to the book signing and Linda should be able to go to the funeral. They shouldn't have to go together. That's what I think. And, okay, let's just go find out more information before we make any decisions. Oh, look. That's Tommy. He's really excited about this. That's 2 pictures now that he's drawn about this air show, but he's not going to get to go. It's pretty clear in my mind he's not going. We helped him previous weeks. This room's looking neat. There's no stuff on the floor today. That's nice. Let's just put his crayons away, though, because those are making a mess of the... Oh, hello! Hello! Oh, my word! We almost weren't going to be able to help Dan. Hi, Dan. Just ignore me. Stuff's falling off my door.
Something.
It's weird. It's the calendar. It's completely falling. Okay. That was creepy, and it ruined the whole atmosphere, and, like, that was creepy with the calendar falling down. It's a sign that dates are clashing.
Stop.
Okay, well, if we press tab, Dan is suspicious, but he's not spooked. Let's go check out the bedroom. I'm scared of
Wow.
getting seen because I really do. I'm at the moment, if I'm being honest, like I want Linda to be able to go to her grand's funeral. Obviously, like that would be, she shouldn't miss that. But I also, it's Dan's
Most
book.
of you here knew my grandmother. For those who didn't, I truly wish you had. She was an example for all of us. Her warmth, her caring, and her smile were impossible to forget. It's still hard for me to believe she's gone. Without her, the world is...
That's so sad. She can go by herself. She doesn't need Dan to go with her. And I know that's probably not extremely nice, having to go alone to the funeral, but gonna let Daddy play with the cool car tonight. Daddy might be working, Tommy. You gotta understand that, okay? Let's search his memories, see what's going on in here. Right. Okay. It's that picture again. Why do we see that every week? It's him and his dad, but... Alright, let's head down.
Is she in heaven?
I'm sure she is, honey.
Linda's really torn up about this.
Phew.
Which is, I guess, understandable, but... It's sad. Oh, this poor family. It's difficult. Okay. We gotta be careful with Dan, because if he turns around, that's it for us. Let's explore the memories. Get in there. Okay. Good.
And as for last weekend, I can't stop wondering what kind of advice Tynan would have had for Act 2. It's still a mess. I tried to work on it, but it was impossible to get anything done with so much going on. Although I guess I did flex a little creativity. I came up with an impressive number of errands to run just to get out of the house.
Well, instead of getting out of the house, maybe you should have worked on your book. Just saying. And I feel bad about Tynan, but, you know, now you're writing the book by yourself. And Paul, your publicist, likes Chapter 2, so it's fine. It's in the kitchen, isn't it? Alright. Oh, that's the saddest. Oh, I can't. It's okay.
Just be here for me.
Lynn, I'm so sorry. Tell me what I can do.
Just be here for me.
Oh my word, you know what's gonna happen, right? If I don't make Dan go to the funeral with Linda, they're gonna get divorced because he wasn't there for her. And that's all she wanted, was for him to be there, and he couldn't even put his book aside for one day to be there for her.